login times will dramatically increase when web data starts to grow. Here we can see a brand new user without much web data, and login is around 20 seconds. After only a few weeks with unmanaged web data, login is increasing to around 50 seconds. Login times will continue to increase. Usually, this will get to a point where the user complains about the length of login times or the web data files become corrupt and you have to start at zero again by deleting web data or the entire profile. If web data isn't retained across logins, this will mean that user experience for websites will be as if they visited for the very first time. If cookies are retained, over 80% are third-party cookies that aren't required for the website the users actually visit. These are usually for tracking and advertising purposes. The average user can visit up to 100 websites a day, and each website can deliver anywhere from 1 to 100 cookies. As you can see with this light beam visualization tool, cookies can be transferred to the endpoint with every site you visit. In this case, one site has produced accessing over 105 third-party sites. The cookie file buildup will continue to grow as more websites and the associated third-party websites are visited. The other issue you face is the disk space, and the disk space consumed by web data will continually reset if not managed. This will mean that certain files such as the web cache databases or the SQLite databases will be recreated empty for each session. If the web data is captured but unmanaged, it will continue to grow. The two choices without Avanite are to let it build up to a level where it affects the user so badly that their data has to be deleted, or to not retain the data for the user's web data. Both options will give a bad user experience. The biggest impact on disk space is usually the web data files, the database files in particular, and their contents. The web cache, for example, starts at either 24 or 32 meg, depending on the version of your operating system. The trend is always upwards. As the file set gets bigger, it causes delays and increases the likelihood of data corruption. Currently, the only way to successfully manage this data across sessions is to use Avanite's web data control software.